This is what I'm talking about, the beach. We've got a perfect group in there actually, so normally actually on a 5-man pickup I'd actually probably take the first 2 first, the furthest away. But I may as well get these guys on the beach because to be honest they're that close together that I'm a bit concerned I might end up running them over or something. So just continue what I was saying really. Be aware of your shortcuts, stuff like this for instance. I mean I could have gone round, but I find if you memorise this road, take a look, you've got a nice little entry point to the beach right here. Now that exit point I took earlier when I was getting the dudes up there, I'm a bit not much a fan of that to be honest, just because it's quite a tight fit for your ambulance. You can see my ambulance does look a bit damaged. It's, pretty much every part of it's been smashed to shit. But really I think I'm doing okay for health right now. And I just love pickups like this. Of course, awareness of where your passengers are helps. Like that one, I've got the guy in the front. I should really have parked a bit close to him because just to maximise time. I mean, because I don't know. Generally, when you're playing through it, if you are struggling, it's really weird. This ambulance. I run over someone and they go absolutely miles. Yeah. But yeah, if you are struggling, yeah, just take your time. I mean, I'm sort of speeding around a bit at times for the walkthrough benefit because obviously it's probably a bit boring just watching me drive around and shit. So I do like to get this out of the way fairly soon. But in whole, I do think that there are more difficult missions that are vehicle only on this game. One I'm looking forward to in particular is the Vigilante one, which is just Rhino based, but I'd say the fire missions are a lot tougher than this. I mean, the Rhino Vigilante is actually quite easy if you do it in the Rhino. But yeah, fire truck missions do actually require you to do a lot more work than this because you have more people in the cars and they actually flee then. These people are all standing, so you make it there, you know, they're not going anywhere. And just grouping is key, so this guy up here I'm going to get first because then I know that if I go around the beach way I can use my little shortcut from earlier and get back onto the road that leads into the ambulance. Avoid that one actually, that's the one I said was dodgy. Just do a checkup every now and again on your ambulance as well. If you just sort of look to the side you can tell how much damage it's taken by whether it's smoking or not. You can't always actually tell from the back, I don't think, just the sheer size of it. And I haven't really been paying attention, but I'm not sure whether your time actually collates for the level or the whole walkthrough, so I'll keep an eye on that when I drop these guys off next. Now bloody hell, that was close. If you can, definitely stick to roads that are like Ocean Beach one, unlike this where, you know, there's a lot of lampposts on this one, but there's grass to the side, so if needs be, when you're stuck in traffic like this, like I am now, you can sort of take the side way and just manoeuvre around there, rather than being stuck in a one lane like that. You know, if there is space off, then by all means use it if you can. So these are the ones I really like, the 6 ones where I do need to actually plan this. So, may as well get the 3 on the road first. I do like to get the beach ones together. I hate people like this, bloody hell. Just park up and these stupid palm trees don't help us back. Here's a prime example of what I said last episode. You know, if you park up and you try and keep them out of danger, I actually got lucky then. I parked up and I knew the guy would run towards me once I'd stop. And a car almost run him over. So, yeah, if you can, just park up on the pavement next to them when you pick them. So chose, look at my timer now, it has actually not collated for the whole, it just collated for this mission, so if you are really pushed for time and you plan on getting the outside ones, don't, just get the ones nearest and build a bit of a stop clock time for yourself first. I don't think it's a massive problem, just because Ocean Beach spawn points for these people isn't really too out of your way. As I said, this mission, thankfully they don't do that, but it would have been a bit of more of a challenge, I think, if they had have spawned at the top of the island as well as the bottom. Of course, another thing, avoid the policeman. Saw one on the pavement then, just as I was about to like hightail it up it. I can't say for sure if they actually get on you or not, when you're in the middle of an ambulance mission, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did, to be honest. As ever, I'm going to get the guy on the road first, then sort of loop back around the beach, grab the other two. So, traffic is really annoying me, to be honest, so far in this walkthrough. I forgot how narrow Vice City's roads could be. I think that's the reason why I love bikes on this game so much. They sort of make it redundant. A bit of health on the roof there. It's always worth noting stuff like this. I mean, you do discover a lot more about the roads in this walkthrough, which is handy. There is one other place you can do the ambulance missions on this game. Just trying to remember where it is. The spawn point of the hospital on the other island is on sort of the main road parallel to this one, Ocean Beach. Like if I were to look west across to the West Island from sort of the far road, the Ocean Road. That was a bit dodgy. Then yeah, it's on that route there, but I really do think this is better to do it on. I know there's a lot of more like roads that are straight like that on the West Island, but said wait until the second island. You can always run the risk then, because you have the Haitians to contend with. Not really too clued up on what weapons they have, but I can only guess they would at least have the Uzi pretty early on. And yeah, I do think the Haitians show and take free towards you very soon, because one of the missions early on that unlocks the island is a mission where you do start a war with the Haitians. So it's a bit of a nightmare, this one. I've got 3 down the bottom I could get, 3 in the beach route I could get, another 2 up here, so I think I'm actually going to leave the one that is closest towards me. And this is annoying. I'm going to get the one by Avery's, the one by the beach, then loop down, get the other one sort of halfway up the beach, then the bottom 3, then this dude up here, who I'm going to pass in a sec. Worth noting, because I don't think this actually applied on GTA 3, but if there was a blip like this, like they all are now, and it's a triangle and it's pointing in a certain direction, whatever direction it's pointing in means that the person is on higher or lower ground to you. So it wasn't that drastic on that one, it was actually just she was on a bridge. So certainly on something like San Andreas, I think you do see a lot more levels to certain places, like on Los Santos for instance. So from now on in future GTA games, I think that always applies, that they do that sort of like level knowledge. And yeah, so it's not really troublesome for the paramedic missions, but it's handy to know for certain things. Chopper checkpoint's an example. I'm going to do that mission later on. Just one sec actually, I just want to check where this other guy is. Just here. Yeah. He's on the other side. So when I do chopper checkpoint later on, I'm sort of picking up checkpoint in the sky with the chopper. It's worth having this blips like that, because of course you could end up going to a blip on the map and it's like 30 meters above you or something. So it's one of the many new touches for Vice City. It's a handy one, I'd like to know, that it helps you out in certain missions. Oh man, I'm starting to accrue a bit of damage on this thing. Nowhere near being worried yet, but it does go to show, you know, how careful I had to be. GTA 3 by this point, I think the ambulance would have blown up by now. And this one, as far as I'm aware, is not smoking yet. I am approaching the hospital a different way than I ever used to be honest. I'd certainly advise looping around this way rather than the other way, because it's just a bit annoying to sort of manoeuvre into the hospital and back around the other side. So it depends what way you approach the hospital. Normally I sort of approach it from the road opposite the North Point Mall. So there's either be wary of... Wait, what? I didn't realise I'd picked someone up then. Did I? Yeah, I really don't get why I got a rescue tag then. There's no way in hell I picked someone up, because I've still got 4 people left on there, so that was a bit weird. And that's when I dropped someone off at the hospital. They actually took that long to get in the hospital. I don't know, that was weird. Oh, what's up, Pat? See what happened.
We got a stolen squad car driving erratically.
So, be wary of this water here as well, by the way, because I think the map's a bit deceptive sometimes. It doesn't actually show you the full proportions and dimensions of the water. Whoa, 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 oh my god, that was so close. I need to be careful. I think I am taking this a bit rashly at times. It will be devastating to fail at this point, I tell you. So this usually is the road I take to get to the beach. It just depends on where they spawn, and this is the road I meant, which I usually take to approach the hospital. Because, I don't know, it just seems to me like them roads are better. You know, I keep taking this one and moan about it, and I shouldn't really, because the palm trees and the lamppost sort of make that a bit annoying. So when you do approach it from that side, go the opposite way like I did then to drop them off, like this. And just be careful when you're sort of climbing over this little grassy mound thing, just because yeah, your ambulance is pretty unsteady when it's actually going over bumps. On the ground it's fine.
We have a stolen squad car.
What the fuck? How the hell did I get the police on me? Well, it answers me thing earlier what I was saying about how the police get on you. But I really don't get why I got them on me then. I picked the woman up, just standing there minding my own business. I can only assume when my car actually sort of backed down the hill and shit, I run someone over who was behind me. So like this woman in front of me has done the same. Oh god. I killed a policeman then and didn't get 2 stars on me somehow. Right, so got 3-7 on the beach. I don't really know what way to go about this one. Okay, I think I'll leave the one closest to me. Go to the beach. Grab 3 of the ones that are grouped as part of 4. Then sort of grab the remaining ones on the beach. I think I'm still left with 1, so I'll get the one that's sort of isolated on the beach, like that one in the middle there. Does that work out? I think there's 8 on here. It's either that or I'm on level 9, which is making good progress, I suppose. I'm nearly there. But I'm out of time anyway, so I'm just going to call this an episode there, guys. I'll catch you later.